So, if you've been following me for a while, you may have noticed that I haven't been here. I haven't been on YouTube for a little while now. I have still been on Facebook and Instagram, and I also have a newsletter that I send out through my website. So, I haven't been off social media altogether. And the reason is I really started to get stalked by three cards, and they were helping me to become aware that my stress levels were starting to really impact my physical life. And I'm not so good at applying my own tarot wisdom to myself as I am at helping other people to find it. But when I started to see these cards in my own readings for myself more and more and more often and more often together, I knew that I needed to take notes. And so actually, I've had the most amazing time. I've been to Norway. My daughter is currently in America working in a camp over there. So I decided to take my three teenage sons on my holiday of a lifetime, and we went to Norway for 3 weeks. And I'm back, I'm home. It was truly amazing. I've never been to Norway. I'm obsessed by Norse mythology. I've been to Denmark, I've lived in Orkney, but going to Norway was my bucket list, and I just decided to go for it. And I didn't take 3 weeks off work altogether. I still did email readings, but I really stepped away from all client work. It was just emails, and just enjoyed walking and the nature and the outside and the mountains and the ocean, and I had an amazing time. And now I'm back. I'm really making sure that I try and get that balance back in my life. So what were the three cards that really started to make me actually worried, concerned about my health? I'm going to share them right now. They are these three. And I see a lot of posts online about all the readings that tarot readers won't touch: financial, legal, health, etc., etc. But actually, I think reading to check in for our health, particularly reading to reflect where is my mental health, where is my emotional health, what do I need to be aware of, and how can I best support my health? These are really powerful readings, and I'm going to do a live reading in a minute asking how I can best support my health now I'm back in the UK. So to me, it's not a case of not doing health readings, it's a case of managing it well. It goes without saying that I never diagnose, that I always, even if I'm reading for a client I've read for many times, I will always state I am not a medical professional. Please check in with your healthcare professional. I always say that. And if somebody is asking, should I go to my doctor? Should I go to my hospital? Should I take these tablets? That's a no. I'm not going to do anything that affects a client's relationship with their healthcare professional. I am reading for holistic support and looking to see what else they can do to support their health as a secondary healthcare to whatever they're getting from mainstream health. So that's how I run a healthcare reading. But these are the cards. And the Nine of Swords, it is in the Rider-Waite deck, the swords all relate to your mind. It was a sign that I was getting anxious, overthinking, allowing my internal thoughts to really create a prison, if you like. And the problem with the Nine of Swords is you can't think your way out of it. I was also getting the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords can be a really positive card. It's a 10, so it's a new beginning. But the more negative side is the swords are in the body. So this is often that point, and for me, the little gift from the Ten of Swords was insomnia. It's that point when our mental health is now impacting our physical health. And this can be different in all of us. For some people, it's headaches. For others, it's IBS. It can be anything. But for me, it was insomnia. So I was getting to the point where I was sleeping for a maximum of four hours a night. And that was really beginning to impact my ability to work and my ability to parent. And of course, it was also feeding into the anxiety and the overthinking. So in itself, I do think the Ten of Swords has positive sides to it. We've got the water here, which is about feeling your emotion and letting it go. We've got the sunrise or the sunset, this idea of change and a new beginning. The hand down here is in the shape of a blessing. If you find the Hierophant, you'll find the same hand signal, same blessing. There is a feeling that if you can accept where you are, if you can feel the emotional pain and let it go, then there's a new beginning there. And I was getting the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords again can be a really positive card of focused mindset, taking time out, meditation, mental self-discipline, but it is also very much connected with the need to take a break. And it can be, when with other cards, the need to recuperate or recover. And when I saw these three together, like I say, numerous times in many different readings I did for myself, I really thought, okay, the cards are saying if you do not take a break from your mental stress, you're going to need, the universe will make you take a break. And so I started playing around with different ideas. I was looking at going to, originally we were thinking about going for even longer and maybe staying with some friends en route. But I used tarot, and I'm putting these back, so let's hope they don't come back, so they can come back in the next reading. But I used tarot, and what I was doing with each, I was mind mapping. What could I do? Could we go camping in the north of England? Could we go and stay with friends in Denmark? Should I plan an exciting road trip? And for each of my options, I would do 3 cards. What do I need to know about this? And slowly but surely, my mind started to really come around this idea that a road trip would be, I say road, it was train and bus. I didn't drive, but that this would be the best option to get me back on track in my life. I remember the Ace of Cups was the key card whenever I talked about what about a trip to Norway. And so that's what we did. And now I'm back and getting back into the track of daily life. So what I'm doing now is I'm shuffling. And we all shuffle differently. I don't think there's a right or a wrong way to shuffle, but I think what matters is that you are focused on your question or your intent or what you're asking about. One of the things I always do when I'm shuffling is I put my feet flat on the floor. If I'm reading in bed, which I often do with email readings, I do a lot of work in my bed, then I will raise my legs so my feet are flat on the bed, because to me that grounds me, that roots me. And the more grounded I am, the more connected I am to my root and our earth, the more open my crown becomes. I see the root and earth as creating a sort of a divine channel. So I do like to put my feet flat on the floor, and I'm asking for a reflection and guidance on my health now. Have I improved my health? Have I done enough to, resolve this question? I like to shuffle. I like to cut the deck. Again, you don't need to, but to me, cutting the deck is a pause. It's like a punctuation mark, and I like to be as focused as I possibly can when I cut the deck. So my question is, I'm doing 3 cards. I think it's really important before you start pulling the cards out that you know how many you're going to pull. I'm doing 3. I'm going to do the first card to represent how is my health right now. Mental predominantly, but also physical. The second card will be advice. How do I continue to best improve my, again, predominantly mental, but health? And the third card is outcome. What is likely to come next? And the card at the bottom of the pack is what I need to know. So just cutting. I noticed as I was shuffling that one was oddly the wrong way around. I love tarot. I'm smiling. I do love tarot. It never ceases to amaze me. So current situation. 10 of Wands. Well, it's better than the 9 of Swords. We haven't got the other 3 yet. One of the ways that I read is to read for each card on its own and then to turn the next one. I think if you turn all the cards in one go, we all jump ahead to the best or the worst. So I read for one card at a time. The Ten of Wands rings true for me. When we got back, my three sons and me, one of the things I was really drawn to do was declutter. Oh, those lovely, we stayed in Airbnbs, Scandi Airbnbs, so minimalist. It was beautiful. And then we come back to this, jumbled mess of a busy lifestyle. So what we've done is I've been painting my bedroom. We've replaced some very old cabin beds with some really new cabin beds with lots of storage. We've been working really hard to clear the house, also partly for when my daughter returns. So I have been working hard, but it feels like I've been working for a purpose. And I always think with the Ten of Wands, it's hard work, but you've got to tune in. Is it worth it? And is there an end in sight? So the advice, the Seven of Pentacles, this is interesting. It's about harvest. It's about reflecting on what's worked in the past and, applying it. One of the things that I really noticed about Norway was the walking. We were walking an average of 10 miles a day, and it really made a difference to my health. I was sleeping through the night beautifully, and I really want to continue that. So we are, after sharing this video, we're going to go out for a walk, be trying to walk every day and increase my steps. Seven of Pentacles, it also, I've noticed I haven't really been marketing my book. The reviews, the feedback is amazing, but I'm not very proactive about it. So that's definitely inspired me that I've got something there that I could really work on selling. So I'm going to be focusing a bit more on marketing my book. So yeah, the Seven of Pentacles is reflecting on what's worked, and the Ace of Pentacles, making sure that you focus on investing in what works. And a simple way to remember this, because people often say, how do I remember that? You don't remember the cards, you read them. You learn to understand the images. This is, it's meant to be a potato crop, but if you've ever grown potatoes, you know that's ridiculous. But that's the inspiration for it. And, I can say in the olden days, but when farmers collected their seed potatoes, they would look at their harvest and they would say, okay, next year I want a sweeter potato or a bigger potato or a more blight resistant potato. And they would choose the potatoes for their seed potatoes that had what they wanted in next year's crop. So this is about choosing your seed for the next project, looking at what do you want and what's worked in the past and how can I focus on that. An important card for the future, the Two of Pentacles. I'm glad to see, I'm just having a quick look. No, glad to see that all of the Nose Nasty sword cards have gone. It's not to say they won't pop up now and then, but the card for the future is about balance. Arguably, it's really hard running a home as a single mum, as a self-employed single mum, especially in a rental property here in the south of the UK. It's hard. It's always going to be a balance. But I do hope that moving forward, I'll get the balance right. And that's what, to me, the Two of Pentacles is saying. Just keep adjusting, keep micro adjusting, keep reflecting and making different choices. What I need to know, the card at the bottom of the pack, the Knight of Wands, it's a very me card. I do tend to put too much energy into projects, to not think about it first, and to get very excited and not plan my efforts well. So I tend to get burnout. So this to me is saying, look, think, consider, plan before you put loads of energy into something. So I'm quite happy with that. It's lovely that there's none of the Dark Swords cards there. It was the combination that was really beginning to worry me. The Nine of Swords, which is anxiety and overwhelm. The Ten of Swords, which can be your physical health, feeling your mental health. Some idea of, you are suffering physically because of your mental health. And the Four of Swords can mean, respite and recovery. So yeah, I'm really pleased. I hope that's been helpful. I'm looking forward to sharing more on YouTube now. And yeah, if you haven't got a copy of my book, you can buy it direct from me as a paperback book, or on Amazon you can buy it as a paperback book or an ebook. The ebook is cheaper because obviously I don't have to cover the cost of the paper. So if money is tight and you like ebooks, that's a really affordable way. There's no pictures in the book because I thought most people who are reading it are going to have their own perfect set of pictures to go with it. And also I really wanted, there was so much I wanted to cover in this book. So you do get a lot of different information for your money. And if you have bought my book, please leave a review either on Amazon or direct on my website, because it makes a huge difference to the sales.